Good day, everybody. Methodist Dave here, professional theologian and Bible teacher, wishing you a happy Cinco de Mayo. It is May 5th, Tuesday, and it is the day that commemorates the Mexican Army's victory over a French force sent by Napoleon III during the American Civil War to try to establish a foothold in Mexico. Taking advantage of the fact that we were tied up with the Confederacy at the moment and we couldn't help to stop anybody interfering. So he thought that he could seize control of Mexico and found out that that's not going to happen so easily as he thought. And that the Mexican army, which after suffering a civil war and not being as well outfitted as this high-tech, well-equipped, well-armed, well-trained French army with the European battle model, that the Mexicans were able to actually stand up to them and hold their own. So good on you, as the Aussies like to say. Good on you. We come to chapter 5. I'm going to read to you verses 9 and 10. This is part of a larger reading. It's really hard to read it in 2 verses. If you read the whole chapter, you'll see a little bit more what it's trying to warn you at. Here's a warning here: lest you give your vigor to others and your years to a cruel person, lest strangers devour your strength and your labor benefits another man's household. The warning here is against the seduction of evil, and that is a metaphor, an adulterous woman who calls a young man's new in town, and this beautiful, alluring woman says, "Hey, good looking, why don't you come up and see me sometime? You know, husband's away, got the bed all prepared, got some great wine, some tunes, let's just smash." And he's seduced to go into there, but all of a sudden, then he's gonna find that it's a trap that saps his strength and makes him a prisoner here. And the warning here is that, that all your labor, all that you have will be devoured by someone else. You'll give years of your life to a cruel person, to cruelty, to suffering and misery. There's a couple tropes. There is the young couple that gets married, and the wife just devotes herself to her husband, working 2 and 3 jobs to put him through medical school or law school or whatever to get him established in business. And the minute he becomes a success and now he's making money, he has power, he gets rid of his wife for a younger model. Or a husband and wife come together and build a household, start a family, they get a house, they get cars, they get these nice things, life is going good, and she decides that she can do better than him, so she tosses him out. And he now has to pay child support. All his work goes to maintenance, to child support, and his work goes to pay for somebody else's party lifestyle. Perhaps she has boyfriend move in with her, or friends, that she doesn't take the money and doesn't use it for the kids. Perhaps there's the business partners, they go into business together, and one of them's working hard to build the business and the other one is looting the cash reserves and sends the business into receivership and skips town and leaves the other partner to pay the bills. There's so many circumstances where we see an opportunity that looks good, doesn't look like it has a downside, and we get involved and we find ourselves jammed up. And we're working to pay for somebody else's mistakes. We're working to fix somebody else's problem. A young man I knew went with some friends to a motel room, and it was a drug deal, and it went horribly wrong. And one of the individuals brought a gun. And as you can see, the worst case scenario happened. And all 4 went to prison because it couldn't be proven definitively who it was that fired the shot. So they all got punished. So 3 suffer, years are taken away, and they spend years under a cruel person for the actions of somebody else. It can happen to anyone. It can happen to you. So be careful who it is that you align yourself with. Be careful who it is that you get involved with, entangled with, go into deals with, because they can easily sap you of your income. You could easily pay years for somebody else's mistake. So be wise. If you got a question about this subject or any other subject, drop me an email, methodistdave@gmail.com. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. Happy Cinco de Mayo. And until tomorrow, please be good to one another.